PrecisionMapper has many vegetation indices offered across a range of sensor types. The primary output for each vegetation index is a two-dimensional representation of the data as a GeoTIFF or KML file type. Here, we will provide a more general description of the vegetation indices and what they actually mean. For a detailed review of each particular vegetation index, see our Algorithms Overview section on the knowledge base. A vegetation index is a spectral calculation that is done between two or more bands of the source data. It is designed to enhance the contribution of vegetative properties and allow the comparison of photosynthetic activity across your area of interest. When a vegetation index calculation takes place, it goes pixel by pixel through your entire dataset and runs a fairly simple calculation on each spectral value. This will assign a value representing some version of plant health for each pixel in the image. These values are then generalized to different ranges and turned into the colorized map that you see on the screen when the calculation is complete. Vegetation indices allow you to see relative differences in the general plant health across your entire field. The methodology behind these calculations are slightly different for each vegetation indice, but generally, these calculations are leaning heavily towards the green and near-infrared band that is delivered. These bands can tell us a lot about how healthy a plant really is. One very helpful operation that you are able to carry out with your PrecisionMapper output is thresholding your vegetation index output. Thresholding or recolorizing your vegetation index data can be particularly useful when you're trying to focus on particular values in your vegetation index output. Using these methods, you will be able to colorize your map in a way that brings attention to these specific values. In this example, we will use the GeoTIFF output of the vegetation index within the free QGIS software. First, open the vegetation index output as a raster file within the QGIS software. Once you have this open, you will first notice that the coloration of this file is very different from the online PrecisionMapper viewer. All the same values are present, but the color ramp assigned to these values is black to white instead of red to green. You are able to change the color style of this map by changing the properties of the layer. To do this, right-click on your layer in the Layers panel on the left side and go to Properties. Within your properties, go to the Style menu. Under Render Type, you can select Single Band Pseudo-Color in the dropdown. From here, you will be able to alter the color ramp associated with the data. Within this section, there is a color setting where you can change the color ramp assigned to this layer. In my example, I'm changing it to a similar red to green style seen on the PrecisionMapper website. You can use the min-max values seen here to bring attention to certain values in the vegetation index output. Here, I will increase my minimum value to 0 to enhance the look of the living vegetation in the survey. For a full review of QGIS and its capabilities, check out their documentation page.